In this session, we are going to discuss the topic alphabet. Alphabet is a very interesting and a simple topic where questions can be answered in a few seconds. But then, for most of the questions here, the answer depends on the vocabulary of the student. So let us discuss the various types of questions which can appear from this topic alphabet. But before we move on to the first one, I have a very simple question for all of you. Can you tell me how many alphabets are there in the English literature? Just think about that. This is a very simple question which we have learned in our elementary school. Well, if your answer is 26, then you are absolutely wrong. Most of the people have this misconception that there are 26 alphabets in the English literature. But the point is, there is only one alphabet in English, and that is the string of letters from A to Z. The complete set A to Z is called alphabet. There are 26 letters in the English alphabet, but there are not 26 alphabets in English. So make sure that you never say that there are 26 alphabets. Alphabet is a singular word and there is only one alphabet in English. So from next time onwards, if this question is posed to you, make sure you say the alphabet is only one, and that is A to Z. Let us now look at the first model from this topic. The question here is, if it is possible to make a meaningful word from the second, third, fourth, fifth and eighth letters of the word mangroves, what will be the first letter of the word so formed? So here we are supposed to make meaningful words from these mentioned letters of the given word mangroves. If more than one word can be formed, then the answer should be X. And if no meaningful word can be formed, then the answer has to be Z. And the given options are A, R, G, X and Z. So let us first pull out those letters which have been mentioned in the question. So the second, third, fourth, fifth and eighth letters of the word are A, N, G, R and E. The second, third, fourth, fifth and eighth letters. Now let us try to make out meaningful words from these letters A, N, G, R and E. Now once we look at these letters, the first word which strikes to our mind is anger. So we can say that the one meaningful word which we can make here is anger. Now if there is only one word which can be formed, and that is anger, our answer should be A. As the question says, what will be the first letter of the word formed? So answer here can be A. But before we mark A as the answer, we need to make sure that there is only one word. Or we should try to find out the other possible words with these letters. And if you try to use these letters A, N, G, R, E, the other word which can be formed is range. So I can say second word here is range, R, A, N, G, E. And here the first letter is R. Now as the question clearly says, if more than one word can be formed, then the answer should be X. So here, as we have got two different words, the answer has to be fourth option X. And suppose if no word can be made out of the letters A, N, G, R, E, then the answer has to be Z. So this is how we can get the answer for these type of questions, by trying to find the possible words with the letters given. Remember, once we have made two words with the given letters, there is no need to think about the third word, as the question very clearly says that if there is more than one word, then the answer will be X. So whether there are two words or three words or four words, in all the cases answer has to be X. So never waste time in finding out the third or the fourth word. Once we get two words, answer can be taken as X. The other point which we have to remember here is, by chance if a student gets only the first word anger and he is not able to make out the word range, he may mark A as the answer, and unfortunately he will go wrong. Why? Because actually two words can be formed. Similarly, if some student is able to make out only the word range, and if anger doesn't strike to him, then his answer would be R. And even in this case, he is wrong. Why? Because the actual answer is X, since we are able to make out two words. So there is no definite method to get the answer for these type of questions. It all depends on the vocabulary which we have. So remember, we cannot spend as much time as we want to find out all the possible words for these type of questions. Always spend time enough to find out at least 2 words and then mark the best possible answer. And if you're able to make out only 1 word in 30 to 45 seconds, then you can just go ahead with the answer for that 1 word. But keep in mind that your answer can still be wrong if there is a second word possible. So just spend 30 seconds and try to get the best possible answer.